Hello everyone, thank you for joining on my another Ichimoku Live today. So today is the 18th of June 2020 on Thursday. So let's get started right now. Alright, so for those who are new here, right, my name is Kei. I am a Japanese Forex trader who is actually living in Japan, and I am also a mentor of the traders. So here is the weekly program, as you can see on this screen here. So today is a Thursday, right? So every Thursdays, right, I talk about Ichimoku Basic lecture. So basically, I talk about the market based on Ichimoku Kinko Hyo theory, right? And on Wednesdays and Fridays, I talk about the market based on my own strategy, which actually involves Ichimoku Kinko Hyo too. But I usually use different indicators and tools to capture the trading edges. So these are the things that I usually talk about, right, on Wednesdays and Fridays. So today is going to be the Ichimoku lecture, right? And especially today I will talk about the wave analysis, how you can capture the wave, right? So I will talk about the three types of waves that is introduced in Ichimoku today, so that you know how to capture the trend, how to see the trend, and how you can expect the further move on the market. So if you liked today's live already, please press the good button before you leave, right? And yeah, before you leave, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified as you keep, as I do these lives every day. Alright, so basically all these contents are created, right? And my knowledge is based on this original book of Ichimoku, right? I'm actually reading this Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. It says Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in Japanese, and this is the complete volume, right? Ichimoku Complete, one of the 5 volumes of Ichimoku. So I think I am the only Japanese trader who is actually, reading and actually talking about Ichimoku by reading these books, original books. So yeah, just to make it clarify that these are actually purely based on that original books. So today's talk is going to be about the wave, okay? So about the wave. So let's take a look at the market, and now I can see that there are trends on GBP pairs, because GBP has been going quite sharply now, right, due to the news, right, BOE. The GBP is basically going down, right? So GBP USD is going down, GBP JPY is going down. And whichever pairs you look at on the GBP pairs right now, I think it's going down. I mean, yeah, if GBP is the main currency, then they should be going down. If it's sub, then it should be going upwards. But yeah, so there was a little news was reading, right, about the Bank of England, and the BOE decided to put some extra 100 billion pounds of purchase of government bonds, and has their ear on an interest policy. So to recover their economy, right, BOE decided to put more money into the market or into the country to raise the GDP upwards, because the GDP has been going down in England. So and that was actually on the news about this on this GBP BOE interest rate decisions, and also there was a speech about that monetary policy meeting today. And due to that news, currently GBP has been sold, and if you look at the currency strength chart right now, right, GBP has been going down, so that's why it's going down. Okay, so that was a brief talk about fundamentals, right? Always good to know about the fundamentals. Whenever you see the market, whenever you see the moves in the currency pairs, always good to know what's happening in the market based on these fundamental news, right? At least. So in that sense, right, I will pick up this GBP USD, and I will show you exactly how you can check waves based on Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Alright, so let's see. Thank you for joining, everyone. As always, I can see your comments and names, right? I won't call everybody's name today because there will be a membership live afterwards. So yeah, but I do see your names and I do see your comments, And after I talk about the waves, right, there will be a little Q&A session for about 10 minutes. So I will read through your comments and questions if you have. I will pick up a couple questions and comments, and yeah, give my thought on it too. All right, so here is a GBP/USD 4-hour chart, right? So let's take a look at the daily first, right? So let's take a look at the daily chart on this GBP/USD. All right, so right now the price is going down, right? The price is going down in this short term. I mean, the less than daily chart, right? This is going down now, and it looks like the price is breaking this trend line downwards, and this is right at this Kijun Sen area right now. So if the price keeps going downwards, right, breaking the Kijun Sen and also Senko span AB downwards, this might be, you know, moving downwards continuously. But no market keeps spiking going downwards, right? Or no market keeps going upwards. There will be a waves like this, ups and downs, while it goes upwards or downwards, as you might know already. So, yeah, and so right now, this is so basically when you look at the waves, right? You look at the swing highs and swing lows and connecting these dots. I think this is pretty easy, right? So when you look at the market like this way, for example, you just pick up these lows, right? These are remarkable lows and highs, right? And basically you connect all these dots. So right now the price has been going upwards, right? I mean, in the past the price was going upwards up until this date, but from here it went downwards. But from here on this date, right, on the in the middle of May, the price started to go upwards all the way, and now it is going downwards now, right? So right now we can say that this is the reverse N wave at the moment. Right, simply by connecting these dots, right? Simply identifying these swing highs and swing lows, and you connect these dots. So this is how you can basically capture the wave analysis, right? So that is the daily chart, right? But in the daily chart, I can see the waves, but this area is not that clear. I think this is still uptrend in a daily chart by looking at the waves, because the lows are getting higher, right? And the highs are still getting higher too from this date. So this is the uptrend, right? So if you look at the daily chart, right, if you want to connect these dots, right, you identify the swing highs and swing lows, and I would find this low to this low, and also this one to the next one, and currently the price is at here. But still, this is the continuous N wave, continuous bullish N wave. So even if I see some kind of retracement downwards, my view is still uptrend. So the price might be going upwards all the way to this way, if this wave persists. All right. So it might stop here, right? The wave might stop at this level, and it might reverse to the downside too, or it might keep going downwards this way, and it might break the recent low downwards too. So in that case, how you count the wave should be changed by then. But you know, as far as I look at the market right now, this is the continuous uptrend. So I can see that you know, this is still bullish in this bigger time frame. All right, based on the wave analysis here. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. All right, so in this 4-hour chart right now, I can see that the this was, right, in this 4-hour chart it was bullish, right, bullish N wave in the past, right? Maybe I can pick up this one, these ones too, right? But if you connect these dots, then it was a bullish N wave before, like up until this date. But from here, the market started to go downwards, right? It doesn't renew the recent high anymore, but now it starts to go downwards. So this is where you can see the downtrend movement, right? So if you can find these dots, right, you can find these 3 dots here, and also you can find these dots too. These are swing highs and swing lows, and right now the price is sloping downwards. So until this candlestick right here on this vertical line, right, the market is actually becoming bearish, right? It's becoming bearish, and now it's going downwards. I hope it's clear so far. And when the market reverse, right, that's you know, the time when we call like head and shoulders, or double top might be appearing at the top of the market, and the price on the market start to go bearish. And that's why, right? That's why you see the double top or head and shoulders, because from this candlestick right here, it doesn't renew the recent high anymore, right? But instead, the market started to break the recent low downwards to this level, to this way, and this was actually the beginning of the downtrend. And now the price has been going downwards all the way. So the way to count the wave on Ichimoku is a little different from Elliott waves, right? Because this is actually one of the frequent asked questions. But when you look at the Ichimoku, right, we count the wave like this way, right? So we count like 1. So this one is like a 1 first wave. Hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Right, and all the way upwards this way. But as an N wave, right, as N, this was 1 N wave. Right, this was 1 N wave, and then consecutive N wave, second N wave was appearing here, and then the third N wave was appearing here, all the way to the top. So basically, this is like a 3 consecutive N waves upwards. And then what's happening right now is that the market is going down, right? And you can connect these dots, right? So initially, the price broke the recent low downwards to this way, and then it pulled back a little bit, and this area was actually the former support became a resistance, right? There was a reversal of this line, and the price even went downwards and broke even the recent low even further downwards all the way to this way. So this was the reverse N wave, right? This was a reversed N wave. All right. Is it good so far? So far, so good. Or we can you can pick up the last one as here too. Right. Last one as yeah, this one. So this was the reverse N wave, right? So from here, the market does not renew the recent high anymore, but instead it started to renew the recent low downwards. And you can see that there was a reverse N wave all the way to this level. All right, but from here, what happened was that the market does not renew the recent low anymore, but instead it broke the recent high upwards this way. So here is a little bit tricky part, right? So the market broke the recent high upwards, so it might have been going upwards too, this way. I was creating that scenario too, and I was looking for a buy chance in this area where there was a trend line here. I was looking for the bounce, and I was thinking to go buy. But because of that news, right, the market is spiking downwards and now breaking the recent low even downwards. So here, this is where we have to change our scenario here, right? So the market does not renew, market did not become the N wave, but instead it went downwards all the way this way. So instead of counting this as a consecutive N wave, right? This is not how we can count the wave at the moment, but instead we better think that this was the I wave, right? This was the I wave, and then after that the price is now moving down, right? You can see that this is the reversed N wave, or you can see that this is another I wave happening in the market right now. Because there is no retracement, right? There is no significant high or swing high, but the price keeps going downwards this way. So I can see that this is another I wave here. Or if you take this high, right? If you simply take these highs and take this low, then this was actually the reverse N wave, like this way, and the price, we can expect the price will be keep going downwards this way if it persists downwards. But the point is that the point here is that it's not to predict the market in the future, right? But the point is that to understand the market situation correctly, and to understand the market situation correctly, the wave analysis helps a lot. It helps a lot actually, because this is purely price action, and this is not really, I'm not really touching on these Ichimoku indicators either right now, right? I am just talking about the waves, how to count the waves, and how you can expect the next scenario potentially. So yeah, once again, if you take these highs, if you take this one and this one, and if you take this low right here, right, this is in the middle of the reverse N wave, and this is the downtrend, and I would just ignore. So I would just ignore these small, small like a retracement here, but instead I would take these highs and take this low, and now this is in the middle of the reverse N wave. So this is the better way, right? This is more better way to count the waves in this particular situation, because now the price is breaking the recent low downwards clearly, right? It's clearly breaking the recent low downwards. So we can expect that the price can break the recent low further downwards to this way after some pullback. And this kind of thinking is very important when you try to count the waves, and also try to count the time cycles too. Because if you try to count the time cycles, right, you have to be able to identify these significant highs and lows, right? So in this case, you have to ignore these highs and lows. If you look at the forward chart, and if you want to count the time cycles, you have to ignore these, but instead you want to take this one and this one and this one, right, and see if this is in one of the Kihon Suchi numbers, or if this is in Taito Suchi numbers too, or Jugi or Kakugi, right, which I talked about on the 5th part of the Ichimoku Basic video. So if you haven't watched that, I recommend you watch that Ichimoku Basic lecture video, part 5. Okay. So right now this is moving down, right? So because the market is fractal, we can actually count the waves in any time frames. So let me just go over like a one below time frame, which is let's pick up the 15-minute chart. Okay. So now we are on a 15-minute chart, and here too you can still count the waves too, right? So right now the price is going down. It is going down, and in this particular case, right, you take these lows, right? You take this low and you take this high, right? And also you can take this high too. And if you connect these dots, right now this is in the middle of a reverse N wave, and it is going downwards now. So as long as you see the reverse N wave, right, this is a downtrend confirmation. So you can still look for the sell chance in these smaller time frames, right? In the short term, this is bearish. So you can capture that that concept by looking at the wave patterns too here. But before that, right, before that it was in a range, right? The market was in a range in this area. Pretty much it was a very weak bearish, but from this price, the market was ranging. I can identify that because up until this candlestick right here, yeah, right here, it was bearish because the highs are getting lower and the lows are getting lower too. So it was the reverse in wave, right? Technically, it was a reverse in wave and it stopped here, right? So that means that the bearish trend stopped here in this 15-minute chart, right? And after that, it doesn't break the recent low even downwards, but instead it started to go upwards, right? It started to go upwards, creating the N wave. It started to create the N wave and even further upwards this way. So from here, from this yellow vertical line on this one, all the way up to this candlestick right here, it was bullish, right? It was bullish. Before it was bearish, but now, sorry, hold on. So before it was bearish, but this part was bullish, okay? And after that, what's happening was that the price was gradually moving down this way and stopped here, right? So from here, this candle to this candle, it was bearish, right? It was reversed in wave, so this was clear bearish trend in terms of this wave analysis in price action, okay? And then after that, it was bullish in wave. It became bullish in wave and it reached to this level, right? It was bullish technically, and then it went downwards. It became bearish and the market is going down right now. So by looking at the wave analysis, right, you can actually capture the trend too, and you can so this is a very important knowledge to master if you want to master Ichimoku, right? This is a very important knowledge to master because you cannot just take a look at the indicator, right, 5 lines and take trace, or you cannot just jump into like a time theory or price theory and take trace, right? You cannot do that. Actually, you have to be able to count the waves, right? And once you're able to count the waves, and then you can actually move on to the next level, right? You can look at the market combining with those waves, and also you can start to count the time cycles correctly by this way. Okay, so in this case, you can pick up these highs, right? This high, this low, and this high, this low, and here, and right here, and these dots right now, and see if this is in one of the Kihon Suchi numbers, right? So this is a very important concept to remember. All right, so everything's actually how to say, everything's actually should be integrated all together. And these wave analysis is very important, and this is actually the backbone of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, actually, right? The price action and also the wave analysis is the backbone of Ichimoku. All right, so this is downwards, and until we see some reverse like V wave or I wave, right? The price should renew the recent low downwards to this way, and as long as we see this reverse in wave on the way right now, this is the bearish market. All right, so let's see, right? Let me check some comments here and see if you have any questions and comments right now. Let's see. All right, good to see everyone. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. All right, good to see you. All right. So let's see. Oh, I look better than yesterday. Okay, yeah, because yesterday I was so tired, so I think my face was not really in a good condition either. Yeah, but today, right? Today I'm in a better condition than yesterday. So yeah, I hope yeah, I can do it more stable here. Yeah, but I'm actually thinking to change the time of the live. Actually, right now this is in the I'm starting at the 11 p.m. in Japan time, but this is just too late for me. So I think I will, do the live a little bit earlier time, maybe 5 or 6 hours earlier. But yeah, I will let you know. I will let you know then. All right. Okay. Target around 4 hour. All right. Okay. So you're creating this price theory. Okay. So make sure to connect these dots. Right. Make sure to be on the time cycle on the Kihon Suchi, or any numbers can be okay. But make sure that these are in title Suchi, or you can look for Jugi Kakugi to plot the price observation, price theory. All right, good to see you. Good to see you. All right. All right. Yep, that's true. All the GBP pairs are basically trending right now. Yeah, GBP has been quite weak today due to the news. So that's why the green one is a GBP. So it is going down now. And that's why we see trend on GBP pairs now. All right. I use this wave theory and time theory of Hosoda. This can work very well, but this is not for me intraday. Yeah, this is more towards the swing traders, day to swing traders. So in this example, I picked up this 15-minute chart, but if you want to observe the price, or if you want to count the time cycles, I recommend you to take the daily chart or above, because usually in these smaller time frames there are lots and lots of fakes, and the time cycles won't that be beautiful. So I would pick up like at least 1 hour chart or above to capture these time cycles. But actually the same theory applies to any time frames, so because that's a universalized theory. But if you want to be more confident to count these waves and time cycles, you better pick up the 1 hour chart or above, ideally daily chart, because Ichimoku Kinko Hyo is created by the daily chart. So yeah, you can stick with the daily chart first and then expand to other time frames. Yeah, so this is a downtrend right now. Yeah, in 15-minute chart it's a downtrend, and also in a 1 hour chart this is downtrend too. So it is a quite strong downtrend. So I am looking for the sell chance now. Yeah. I'm looking for a sell chance now. Yeah. Thanks for the fundamental analysis. Help me when I take trades today on GBP. Sure, sure. All right. So yeah, make sure to follow the trend, right? Make sure to follow the trend, as I keep saying, right? And make sure to check the wave pattern to follow the trend. Is something that I should add to that statement. So yeah, this is bearish, right? The price is breaking the recent low downwards currently. So from this top here, this is the reverse N wave pretty much, or this is the this one looks like a little tricky, but yeah, this is downtrend basically. So you can only look for the sell chance, right? You don't want to look for the buy chance in this particular condition. let's take a look at the daily chart again. So on the daily chart, right, this is the reverse in wave. Let me zoom up a little bit here, and you can see that there is a little pullback, and now it is going downwards, right, breaking the recent low downwards and also the Tenkan-sen downwards too. So this is in the middle of a downtrend, reverse in wave. So we can expect that the price might be creating another reverse in wave and renew the next low downwards to this way. But we have to also prepare that the price might be going upwards and might become V-wave too. In that case, this might be the end of the downtrend, and it might start to go upwards to this way too. So we have to check out if this is going to be V-wave or reverse in wave, continuous reverse in wave, or it becomes I-wave and it keeps consolidating here. So as long as you see the reverse in wave on the daily chart, you can look for the sell chance in smaller time frames. Yeah, because as you can see right now, Tenkan-sen is moving down, right? So it shows that this is a downtrend in short term, but in the midterm, Kijun-sen is flat, right? In the long term, if you look at the Kumo, in the long term, this is flat too. The long-term Senko span B is flat, and midterm Kijun-sen is flat too. For the last 26 days, for the last 26 trading days, it has been flat, right? It doesn't renew the recent low, a recent high up or downwards. But you can see that Tenkan-sen is moving down. So in the short term, this is downtrend. That's why you better look at smaller time frames to look for the sell chance, right? But if it keeps going downward this way, then soon after the Kijun-sen will start to move downwards also. And in that case, you might see a decent trend in the daily chart too. So yeah, and this is, I think this is the beauty of Ichimoku, because back in those days there was no PCs, right? Everything was handwritten. So yeah, the idea is that the idea of Ichimoku is not to switch time frames around, but still we can capture some trend in short to mid to long term. So yeah, right. Of course nowadays we use PC, so by just one single click we can switch around these time frames, but the concept remains unchanged, right? So we can always look at the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Kumo, especially Senko span B angle, whenever you look at the daily chart. And then you can move on to the smaller time frames if you want to see further trading edges to sell in this case. All right. Yeah, Fibonacci expansion might work too. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, right now I think this is about like 50%, right? If you draw the Fibonacci retracement, this is right at the 50%, because obviously the Kijun-sen is here. Kijun-sen is actually in the mid price for the last 26 candles. So it takes this low and this high, and this is the mid price. So yeah, right now the price is breaking this 50% Fibonacci retracement level downwards now. All right, good to see everyone. Good to see you. All right, sorry, I've got so many comments. Yeah, hold on, let's see. Let me just pick up one or two. Once the Chikou span, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen price all cross the cloud Kumo, you can get into the trade. Just place a stop loss. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's what we call Sanyaku Gyakuten signal, and you can look for the sell chance. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Why is your face so smooth? I don't know. I just took a shower and that's why, maybe. And just came out. Yeah, Jugi Kakugi, I talked about that on the part 5 of the basic Ichimoku lecture. So you can look at that and get a sense of how what they are. You said that you are a mentor, but you change traders that you mentor. Do mentors change people they are mentoring in Japan? Because most everywhere else they don't. Yeah. Yeah, mentoring is not really to change anybody, right? Actually, it's actually set the correct way to improve their tradings. So, yeah, and I am improving that, right? By doing that, I am also improving day by day. All right. So, all right. So remember that there are three kinds of waves, basically, right? I wave and V wave and N wave. Okay. So I wave basically represents whenever you see the there's no trend. So for example, this was I wave, right? I can clearly say that this was I wave because from this top to the low, right? It doesn't renew the recent high or recent low from here. I mean, this was I wave, and after that it was N wave, right? This was N wave, but right here it was I wave, and before that it was V wave. Right, it was V wave because the shape looks like V, the letter V, so it was V wave. And before that, it was N wave, right? So, you know, the way to count the wave is very important to get it correctly, to get the correct situation about the market. And by taking this wave analysis into Ichimoku 5 lines, your trading will be more accurate, and also you can easier capture the trends. And also it helps a lot to identify the time cycles and eventually the price theories too. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed today's live. I think I will ending the live anytime soon. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, every Thursdays I do this Ichimoku basic lecture based on this original books of Ichimoku. I do this, so you can, if you're interested, you can come to my Ichimoku basic lecture lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? And also I have a Ichimoku community, all right, where you can join through the YouTube platform. This is a monthly subscription, and if you see more details, the link is also on the below description, so you can click on that and you can see more details and perks that you can join. And after this public live, there will be a membership live. So for those who are members, I will see you there. And tomorrow will be Friday, right? So I will talk about my another strategy. So yeah, I will also you know, give some analysis based on my own strategy along with the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo too. So I wish you can join there too and participate as well. Alright, so once again, thank you for joining everyone. Alright, so if you liked today's live, please press a like button or good button. If you call it in Japanese, it's good button, alright? And make sure to subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these lives every day. Alright, so I hope you have a great rest of the day and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne, thank you.